Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, I am sure that most of William Ruto supporters are very surprised on how Ruto is running this government. But again, at the same, if you ask those who have been supporting Raila Amolo Odinga about how Ruto is running this government, most of them are not surprised because they knew that Ruto was running a campaign based on lies. It was like Ruto is going to provide a quick solution to many problems. But again, those who are supporting Raila Odinga knew that this is the same man who was promising so many things, especially when it comes to the issue of stadiums, among other things, including laptops. It was all about in 6 months' times. To an extent, Raila Amolo Odinga referred him to as a Mr. 6 months time. That is the nature of William Ruto. Now, with the current situation we are having now, we still remember on how Ruto Gachagua was campaigning on how this government will take care the interest of police officers in this country. He blamed Uhuru Kenyatta for neglecting the police department. He put so much blames on the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta, where Ruto was serving also, on how police officers have been abused, misused, and neglected. Instead, he said that they are coming with a lot of reforms to help police officers. But surprisingly, on 30th of December last year, the police officers were hit with a shock from this government. Now, from the health service they were enjoying from NHIF, it is emerging that Ruto government is now changing. Police officers will not enjoy the services they have had. They are moving them to another service provider, from NHIF to NHS. They are now putting them where our current teachers are as of now. Teachers are complaining from the current health service provider cover they have been put under. Now police officers have been put on the same. This is where William Ruto is heading, is taking police officers to. Is this what Ruto Gachagua promised during the campaign? They talked about uniform and many other things. Health comes first when it comes to police officers anywhere in the world. You don't joke with that. But we are seeing a government which is carelessly making a decision that will end up causing a big problem in this country. Now, with the new service provider, it's emerging that they accepted to take about 8.2 billion shillings, and NHIF was asking for 9.3 billion shillings. So they decided to go for a cheaper one. The issue is about quality of the service, but not how cheap it is. So for them, instead of going for quality, they have decided to go for the cheap. And this is a letter just to confirm to you that it is true. They have changed the service provider here. Let us go through this letter and I will explain to you how Ruto has finally opened a door for private service providers to trade with the cartels and take money from NHIF. Remember, Atwoli had a problem with William Ruto some time back to do with the NSSF and the NHIF. Today they are in power. So it is their time to do that which Atwoli was complaining about. As of now, Atwoli hawezi sema kitu kwa sababu sasa ameungana na hawa watu ni kama wanaongea lugha moja. This is the internal memo from NHIF, from Chief Executive Officer to directors, head of department, managers, regional managers, branch managers, reference HF/C 983 inaenda hivyo, date 30th December 2022. Subject expiry of the NPS National Police Service and the KPS Kenya Prison Service Comprehensive Medical Cover Contract. The contract for provision of comprehensive medical cover to members of National Police Service and Kenya Prison Service will be expiring on Saturday, 31st December 2022, since the client will be transitioning to another medical insurance cover provider. We should therefore ensure that NHIF liability for the beneficiaries of the scheme in the regard to enhanced medical scheme to end at midnight 31st December 2022, after which all beneficiaries of the scheme should be transitioning to the National Health Scheme. Meenda kwa private. The directors of beneficiaries and the provider management and ICT should liaise and ensure the transition takes place smoothly and efficiently by having the system programmed appropriate for an automatic transition. For parties and overseas treatment, the guarantees of the payment GOP should also be revised in liaison with the client to reflect the transition. Further, regional manager and branch manager should inform all the health provider within their jurisdiction of the transition and advise the HCP to notify the beneficiaries of the NPS and the KPS on ongoing treatment accordingly. In addition, all the service providers, such as those offering emergency evacuation service, should also be adequately notified by the relevant director/department. We should all liaise and consult as necessary to ensure beneficiaries on the ongoing treatment are not inconvenienced. In that regard, all the notifications to healthcare providers and other service providers should be done by close of business today, 30th December 2022. Regards, Dr. Peter Kamunyo. That is internal memo from NHIF. By the way, for those who are watching and have not subscribed, I'm still humbly requesting you to subscribe, please. And to all our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now it's very clear, you can see. The first question I want to ask here. If the government has been campaigning that by closer of 5 years from now, all Kenyans should be under NHIF health coverage, then how is it that the same government is now giving their employees health cover to a private sector? How do you expect Kenyans to trust the government NHIF cover? Because NHIF is under the government. If the government cannot trust itself, then how do you convince Kenyans to trust that cover? We start from there. The truth of the matter is that police officers are getting allowances for medical insurance. Good money. But then someone sat down and counted how much this money is being used and how can they milk from this fund. We know there are many games that have been going on through NHIF. You get to hospital, they force you to admitted. You are being admitted for maybe 1 day or 2 days. Something they could have just treated you and you go back home. Simply because they want to write a big bill, and at the end of the day earn big money from you. Yani dawa yenye umepewa kulinganisha na ile pesa yenye wanacharge, you wonder it's like times 10. This has been going on. Cartels there. But now, there's another new clip of cartels that is emerging, and they want to swindle this money. But the worst is that these police officers might not get a good or quality health coverage going forward. How do you take this program to a private sector which already teachers are complaining about? Teachers are already complaining. Then you're telling police officers to go under the same cover and tell me that there is quality service they are going for. First of all, are they aware of the kind of service they are having there? Why change? Is it because of 1 billion shilling? How about the quality of the service? Because the first priority that should come is the quality. Then other things will follow. Because it is just emerging clear and open that someone wants to misuse the taxpayers' money in collaboration with cartels. People are literally looking for money that they will use in campaign in the next general election. So here, they want to collaborate with these service providers because they are private. They will go into business. And they know how they will get their money back. As simple as that. There is nothing good about this. So already police officers will not get quality services. We are waiting to see the all issues Gachagua talked about to make sure that police officers are enjoying best services, their issues being taken care of. Tunangoja hiyo, mambo ya uniform and many other things. But in as much we are awaiting this, police officers should anticipate for the worst in this government. So going forward, don't expect anything good from these people. When they said that they have good plan for the police officers, now we can see, we can read the plan they were talking about going forward. Na wewe mwananchi wa kawaida itakuwa namna gani? Umeanza na police. Expect the worst from this government, but again it is also the time to say no. People should reject when these people come out to make such kind of blunders going forward.